As an ever-changing society brings on new challenges, we as American people must push to change with it. One of the biggest problems in America today is that our minimum wages are entirely too low. At $7.25 an hour full-time, there's absolutely no way to survive and have your essential needs met. Now, as college students, we have all seen this issue arise as we set out on our own for the first time. Between groceries, utilities, housing, vehicle expenses, and much more, we struggle to maintain an income that will support all of these. Throughout today, I would like to show you what kind of hidden effects low income has on our economy, and then how it adds to the stress of everyday working class people like you and I. And finally, how we can go about fighting for change together. First, let's look at the effects of not having enough income on an economy. With lack of income, we begin to see a downfall in development of the specific community. In an article written by Sigurd R. Nelson in 2007 on poverty in America, economic research suggests that individuals living in poverty face an increased risk of adverse outcomes such as poor health, criminal activity, both of which lead to reduced participation in the labor market. While this could be a lack of determination most of the time, I believe it comes from two things. First, not having enough jobs in the area to support the population. This can be caused by companies not being able to keep their doors open due to people not wanting to work. Otherwise, it can be traced back to not having enough money circulating in one's community to bring top-grade medical assistance and schooling to that area to educate everyone properly. Now, I'm sure you may hear that raising the minimum wage can affect jobs and make jobs decrease. However, in an article written by writers of the Quarterly Journal of Economics in 2019, we find that the post-1992 period, there's little evidence of disemployment for teens and other minorities across any of the standard specifications. While this is one of many studies, they also go on to say that the raising of minimum wage caused at most 2% of jobs lost in an affected area. This percentage is not significant enough to really cause an impact on our communities. You and I can both rest assured that our jobs will be fine with an increase in minimum wage. While we see how low income damages the economy, let's dive a little deeper into how it affects us more personally. Not only does low income leave a mark on the economy, it can also tear apart our lives and our families. Human instinct is to desire nice things, correct? Correct. We all want a life that's well off and whatnot. However, according to BlackRock's annual global investor polls in 2019, we see the number one cause of stress and anxiety in America is money. Now, I know we all suffer a little bit from stress and anxiety of our life and future. No, you can't buy the latest, greatest iPhone or the nicest car or compete with your friends on what they're getting. It can be hard. It can devastate one's life. So why not fight to change this? Like everything else that causes stress, there's ways to ease the stress and build revenue. In another study done by BlackRock, they find that you're less likely to be stressed if you begin saving for retirement early. This can kind of give you something to lean back on as you grow older. However, for now, investing our extra money can help us gain revenue while maintaining our same jobs. Many Americans have found ways to combat the stress over the years, but I believe as an upcoming generation, we should just fight to eliminate it altogether. So let's take a step back and see how we can do that. To see change, we need to start somewhere. Ultimately, federal level is where we need to end up, but state levels are a great spot to start. At the state level, we start with the Secretary of State. We will need to create a petition for low-income workers. Then, we'll submit this to the Secretary of State, in which they decide if it appears on the ballot at the upcoming election. Once we pass through the state level, then we work our way onto the federal level. At the federal level, our petition will need to be much more meticulous. It'll need to have statistics, testimonies, and how it'll greatly impact the low-wage communities. Once we have this petition created, then we propose the idea to Congress. In this state, Congress decides if the issue is apparent enough to proceed with the necessary actions to raise the minimum wage to a more livable standard. Now that we see how these low wages affect not only us but our economy as well, it is time to seek change. We all know it has to start somewhere, so why not right now, with us, the silent majority that they call students? With the price of everything in our lives climbing, the wages need to be climbing as well. Let's rally together and push for a better future, not only for us, but for many Americans to come after us. Thank you.